Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're broadcasting live from beautiful San Francisco at the Hard Asset Show. Our guest today is Frank Trotter. Frank is the president of Everbank. Everbank, folks, we're talking about the digital age. We're talking about 2010. We're talking about how finance gets done in the future. Frank, welcome to TFNN.
Well, thanks so much, Tom. It's great to be here.
You know, Everbank, pretty amazing. I'm from Boston, live in Florida now, lived there 11 years. Digitally, I've definitely heard of Everbank, right? In Florida, all of a sudden, Everbank's everywhere.
That's right, actually. I mean, we've obviously been in business for about 11 years.
Yes.
And have grown the bank very nicely, but over the last year, we've acquired a number of local financial centers all over Florida. About 14 new ones in both the West and East Coast. Our focus remains the direct bank nationwide,
yes.
But we have some great opportunities to serve a wonderful customer base.
So talk to me about how the direct bank works.
Okay, very simple. We have customers all over the country. These folks look like the population map of the United States.
Yes.
And what they're doing is they're coming in and getting great value, great service, and never having to walk into a branch. When we started the institution, looked out across the landscape, we saw a lot of fees, long lines in the tellers.
Right.
Not really the greatest folks in every branch. Sometimes you get lucky and have a wonderful branch manager.
Yes.
And so what we really set out to do is have a consistent value proposition. We have a yield pledge to stay in the top 5% of rates nationwide at all time.
Yeah.
We have fabulous services at almost private banking level of service. So if you call up, you get stuff done. And then the financial centers allow you to walk in. If that's your comfort level, love to do it.
You know, the vision now, when you look at what, Jobs did with the iPhone, what, Amazon's doing, what Priceline's doing, you had that vision quite a while ago. It's amazing in 11 years, it's actually amazing in a couple of years what has happened, right?
It really is, and I think we looked out over the landscape at that time, and people really didn't know how to do this.
Right.
For the first couple of years, we were telling people to take the cap locks off because they'd never signed in with a computer keyboard before.
I see.
Technologically, now everybody's pretty comfortable.
Right.
Since you can bank mobile with Everbank. Right. Do it right on your phone. People are very comfortable with the computer, and what they're looking for is to get a simple way to get their business done.
You know, I've got many calls on the air, and a lot of the calls, particularly, whether it's in the spring, whether it's in the fall, is that you have folks in the United States, they're sending their children over to Europe, they're sending their children to South America, and they're worried about the currency fluctuations, right? And you have a great product for that.
We do. The world currency deposits are there as a global toolkit. A lot of folks are investing in them to diversify a portfolio.
Yes.
You take a total risk portfolio, maybe have 5, 10, 15% in currencies or metals. But we also have a lot of people who are using it to travel or to buy property or to do transactions internationally. So you have a child maybe next spring going to Europe. You might want to buy euros now.
Yes.
Hedge that risk that doesn't go back to 160 along the way.
Right. And it's great that you know what it costs you. It doesn't, I mean, if you're really doing something, like if you're sending a child to college, or you're sending, if it goes up or down, it's not even like a trade. It's like, okay, that's what it cost me, I'm happy with that.
Exactly. And now you know what your cost is, you plan for that. We had so many universities over the years that would come to us to do their hedging programs. Because they have maybe have a place in Barcelona and they're trying to send the kids over there, and they would end up 10, 15% cost overruns, and of course the program would be underwater. Just hedge the currency, or even if you're thinking about, say, retiring to New Zealand.
Yes.
Start putting some New Zealand dollars away. When time comes to buy the farm or the condo, just wire it right over there.
Now, we have the treasuries that are trading at nothing. You have a couple different accounts. You have the yield account, and then you have the actually checking account that is very, more than reasonable.
Exactly.
Talk to me about it.
I mean, it's really straightforward. Again, it follows our yield pledge commitment. Our money market account, place to save money, is 111 today. I think that's a fair rate, given treasuries are 25 basis points or less.
Right.
And even on checking, our focus there was to allow you to have just one account. And so our checking account actually pays up to that same rate at the very top tier. And it pays you something pretty good all the way along the way, where we think we're well above the traditional market across the board. And then as you put more money in, which is really what you should be able to do, we can reward you completely up to the money market rate. Amazing.
Now, talk to me, of course, you started out digitally, you got into the Florida, well, you've been in the Florida market, but in the Florida market, we got the stadium. Talk to me about the stadium.
Stadium's a lot of fun.
That was a great statement.
It really is. I mean, the company's headquartered in Jacksonville. We really wanted to underline our commitment to the community and of course it helps to get your name out there.
Sure.
The stadium is a 5-year commitment. I think if you just look at it, the Jaguars have done great this year.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of national press every time ESPN
Absolutely.
answers it. And when we walk around even something like the conference here, people go, you know, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on Monday Night Football a few weeks ago, or yeah, you guys really are in a great position. And as you know, our capital levels are so high, we're earning great money. We thought it was a statement about strength and stability.
And when we look at your bank, FDIC, I mean, it's just like walking in a piece of cement, except the difference is that we just let our fingers do the walking, right?
Exactly. And again, I keep coming back to the service. You know, again, at some branches you get a great experience in the world. But what we're able to do is concentrate some really talented folks. You know, a lot of ex-branch managers, a lot of people that know financial services, and they get your transactions done just like that.
Right.
So it's really easy and a great value. And a wide breadth of products. It's not a monoline institution you see online sometimes that you can just get a money market account, or you can just get a CD. This is all the different aspects of banking. ATM debit card, you can get a credit card. We're one of the largest privately held mortgage companies in the country. Everything you need to do in banking right there online at a great value.
Amazing. Listen, folks, thanks for being with us today. You can come over to our website at tfnn.com. You're going to see the Everbank banner right there. Hit that banner, get that account open, and let your fingers do the walking. Frank, thanks for being with me. Really appreciate it. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
I will, and thank you very much.
Absolutely.